Hello and welcome. HSMAI and HSMAI University are pleased to share the following video from the 2017 HSMAI Revenue Optimization Conference, ROC, in Toronto. Before we begin, HSMAI would like to thank the 2017 video series supporters, STR and Hotel News Now. And also our thanks to the wonderful supporters of all our 2017 HSMAI University programs whose logos are here. Their generosity helps us to make these webinars available without charge to our members. The following video from the conference is from our Lightning Round series. This presentation is The Art of Negotiation with Justin Taillon, MBA, PhD, Professor and Program Manager, Highline College, Hospitality and Tourism Management. His bio can be found on the Handouts tab of the event listing page. Let's go to the video.
I'm ready. Let's see if the mic is on. That's good. All right. We do not get to choose the music we walk onto. You should all know that. All right, I was curious what they were going to do to me there. So my name is Justin Taillon. I usually teach Art of Negotiation in 90 minutes, and I've been told to condense that down just a little bit. So no case studies for you today. Lucky you. So hit it. Howdy. All right, I kind of got a howdy. I say that in Texas. My home country is Texas, and we say howdy in my country. And it makes everybody feel at ease. So when I'm teaching at I used to teach at Texas A&M, and I would say howdy, and all the students feel at ease with the professor. It's really good. So let's try that again. Howdy. Howdy. See, much better. And now I feel at ease, and it's not just the 2 bottles of wine that Kelly put in front of my table. So this is me being a Texan, and no matter how at ease somebody feels, I'm like, oh, I'm a Texan. I feel at ease petting a buffalo in a bar. But the Texan, the real Texan behind me without the French cuffs on, little less at ease. So this right here is the USS Enterprise. This is the world's largest battleship. And because we're in Canada, I wanted to tell you a story about Canadian-US relations. So this right here was leaving from Boston Harbor in 1982, going straight up between the strait between Greenland and Canada. It was a really foggy day, just like that. And as it was going north, the captain hears on the speaker, they say, you need to turn 15 degrees east immediately. And the captain of the USS Enterprise gets on and says, we are the world's largest military battleship. You're going to have to divert your course. And the Canadian gets on and says, well, we're just 2 drunk Canadians, but we are inside a lighthouse. So your choice. And that is how US-Canadian relationships go, right? Yeah, so the slide should go here in a moment, and then we talk about negotiation. We want people to feel at ease, and you want people to connect with you. But today we're going to focus on something called win-win. I've taken my 90 minutes down to 7, and win-win means that you need to focus on the other individual's motivation and their goals. You need to understand those. But you can both win at the same time. And there are a lot of people, including my dad, who believes that every time 2 people speak to each other, there's a winner and a loser. Because a book written by Scott Boras, who's a Major League Baseball negotiator, he wrote that, and he said that, and my dad's like, yep, that's true. So it makes Thanksgiving dinner really awkward, because there's a winner and a loser to when he passes me the mashed potatoes. And we don't want you to negotiate that way. We want you to be a goal digger, all right? You need to figure out what the other person's goal is, and you know what your goal is, and you can both win at the same time. Now, that takes changing your mindset, because we as human beings think that there is a winner and a loser. We can just look at this chart right here, and you see this is how your mind is probably working. Win-lose, lose-win. When I'm negotiating with someone else, there's going to be somebody who gets more out of this. But when you negotiate, that's just not true. You are going to be aiming for the green, the win-win. And even when you see that and you're thinking, well, I can follow that. That can't be that hard. You come up with this and you bring it to your boss. And your boss says, well, which win is bigger? Who cares? It just doesn't matter at all which win is larger. Because you're getting what you want, you win, you don't care. Now, you want them to be happy. You want them to win as well. You don't want them to feel like they lost. that's bad. And this can be brought down to something called game theory. Game theory is a revolutionary idea in that it was looking and modeling the way people think. Now, it's not so revolutionary today. It was revolutionary when it was first created. And most of you know game theory from, well, this is Russell Crowe in 2001 in Beautiful Mind. He's very dreamy, right? And this is what he was doing in the Nash equilibrium, which is a part of game theory, is saying that when one person has an outcome they want, the outcome is going to be dependent on their actions. Yet, when you're negotiating with someone else, your outcome is not dependent solely on your actions. It's the other person. You need to break down that barrier of win-lose and trying to beat the other person and focus on a win-win. Because every time you alter your approach to get a desired outcome, the other person will also change what they want. I want to tell you about a case study of a location I work. I work with an indigenous tribe. They're called the Eseeha, and they're in southeastern Peru. And this is the hotel side of negotiation. My research is called market-based sociocultural conservation. I take cultures that are disappearing, and I try to make it worth more alive than dead by helping them open hotels. So I did this with like Peru here. I did this with the Samburu tribe. We opened Sabachi Camp in Kenya. We did this in Jeju Island with the Hanyo. So what we're doing here is we're working with the community. We're asking them, what do you want? Because we know what a hotelier wants. When you open a hotel, you're trying to maximize revenue. We figured out how to do that by working with them. The community is going to keep 60% of the profits. We keep 40% of the profits. Now that doesn't sound very good to a hotelier, except this is the part revenue managers all get. We opened a hotel, we're able to do the marketing and say, hey, look who we're working with, it's sustainable. Even though you only get 3 walls, you're in the middle of the Amazon, you don't even get a 4th wall. But we were able to get rates to go up from around $150 in that area to around $600, and you had to book 9 months in advance. Now, I'm pretty sure that sounds good to just about any revenue manager. And we did it all by working with the tribe, by saving their culture. There was one lady in particular that I interviewed recently because we're always doing research down there. And we were talking about, what do you want your son to be? And they said, doctor, lawyer, or tour guide. And I'm like, that is awesome. Because the tour guide is teaching tourists about what their culture is. They're saving their culture that way. And we won't stop working with the community. So this is what a community meeting looks like. Lots of other revenue streams started through it, including this in a stream. It is a fish hatchery. The shaman up in the top right sells ayahuasca experiences, and all of the money flowing in was able to bring the average person in the community went from $650 per year to around $12,000 per year. There's even one guy, we call him the Donald Trump of the Amazon. He makes $40,000 a year. He knows how to invest his money. We started saying that in 2009 before there were politics behind it. All right, so this is what the hotels look like though. They're beautiful, and we're able to maximize that win-win where the community wins. Rainforest Expeditions is the company, the management company that runs this. They win, and you shouldn't be keeping score. We should not be out there trying to take advantage of our employees, which are the indigenous tribe. We should be working on that win-win all the time. So that's what I had.
That's great. Well done. Thank you, Justin.
We are grateful for Hotel News Now reporters and editors' contributions to these presentations. These key highlights are offered by Robert McCoon, Managing Editor, Hotel News Now. Thank you for watching. Today's program is copyright 2017 by the Hospitality Sales and Marketing Association International with all rights reserved. This concludes the program.